now, where the shrimp and stuff is catching that, now it's not plentiful as it used to be. It's not plentiful as it used to be. Because I could remember when I could go and Pastor Chisholm and Mark and all of them was bringing in they shrimp and stuff. I remember I could go there and make $100 a day. But now I barely can make 25.
Wow.
You know, and that is how it dropped off.
Right.
It's just a blessing to be here and to know that y'all are standing, and instead of all the adversity and all the struggle, you're still hanging in there. And thanks to Queen Quet and to Nicole for bringing this together, and anyone else who's responsible. And this is what we have to do. We have to stand for what we believe in. We always have to do that. And of course, it go all the way back from our great-great-grandparents. And of course, what else we had but the water in the land?
Exactly.
Okay, that's what we had. So shrimping and crab, oyster, conch, and all that, that's what we knew. We had seafood and we had vegetables. Okay? But all I can say tonight is we got to continue to really the crab population have decreased. And I know it's because of the Gulf coasts. But then because of the higher power who have these Gulf coasts, you're not going to hear that. But we need to rally and make noise. Because you know one thing, if the wagon wheel ain't making noise, you know what's going to happen. So we need to continue. And I'm just happy to see so many of y'all guys still at it. So then, but this just like Queen Quet said, it's the beginning of something great. So all I want to say to y'all, hang on in there and let's continue.
Because I would have had no more.
But you understand what I'm asking?
Yeah.
How do we go
How do you go about
this
it?
left?
Well, part of what we are here for tonight is so that we can get a process underway. You understand? So we need to hear all the different issues so we can know, and the EDF and all of us are going to be getting back. That's why we ask y'all for your numbers, email addresses, because we are going to go back to the table with this thing.
Yes, one summer I came home from college and I was looking for a job, and they had jobs available. And I went down there and I worked. And I learned how to pick they had 3 types of crab meat that they picked: claw, white meat, and the lump, which is the most expensive.
Right.
And I learned how to pick the white meat and the lump.
Okay.
And I learned from the older lady.
From the older ladies now, and her mom would have been one of them older ladies.
Well, that was like 1977. That was like toward the end of the
whole industry that y'all talking about. But now, how did they pay at that point? When you was picking, how was they paying you?
I got paid by the hour.
You got paid by the hour.
I couldn't pick like they picked. They picked.
Okay, you was slow. Okay,
I was learning.
You was learning. You was a novice.
They got paid by the pound.
I got paid by the pound. You picked.
Yes, she was there.
Okay, so you was much faster than her.
Yeah, I'll just get paid by the pound.
What's your name?
My name is Emma Noble.
Emma
Noble.
Noble. Okay, and so you picked the same guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much were they paying you by the pound? She ain't met them a long time. Are they still, but they don't have that document?
No.
So is the crabbing industry still in here or it's out?
It's out.
Why?
They used to have 2 crab houses here.
2, what were the names?
One was in Old Town, I forgot the name now. One was Old Town, one was up Center Street where she's in.
Well, okay, this one was Center Street they talking about. And so, I mean, y'all don't know the crab just went out? I mean, it wasn't enough in the area or what?
Well, it probably had a lot to do with the changing of the, the young people don't want to do it no more. The older people don't do it so long, and they just want nobody to continue to do it.
They keep doing it.
They're still doing it up in Maryland and Virginia,
Yeah.
on Eastern Shore.
They don't have that crab that they used to have.
No, they don't, yeah.
They had reindeer and container and those meals.
Yeah.
And they made more money, so I think some of that.
Made people leave the crabbing and go work in the mills because they could get more money at the mill.
More money in the mill.
Okay. And then I was going to ask that. And then, so they had benefits at the mill, more money, everything. So they left from the whole seafood thing.
Raises the point that I wanted to make about in the industry that's sustaining us.
Absolutely.
All of these things, people like to have stereotypes of us as not being willing to work, and we want a handout and all of this. But you see, everyone here at one point that you're hearing these stories, they were self-sufficient. They were feeding their families.
Absolutely.
They were going out on these boats and working very hard. And what happened? Industry comes in, or as she's talking about, people realize how they can do it and they can cut you out, you know, and the big commercial boats come in. And so then our ability to be self-sufficient is taken away. Except for those few who are able to maintain it. And, but I mean, all of the licenses and everything, that was information to me. I did not know that the restrictions were as heavy as they were.
Very good. Anything that we missed that anybody want to add in terms of any of the industries that are really, really big here?
I wanted to say that the port was becoming very big because the property where the crab business was located was right where they are, where the port
came in.
That's where they built the port, right there.
Gotcha.
The Port Authority.
The Port Authority.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we say port, we could be meaning.
Well, I mean the Port Authority,
Yeah, Port Authority.
but it was the port where everything came in, where
Gotcha.
they unloaded everything, and it took the place of where that business.
The place where the port is
Right.
was historically African American, Gullah, Geechee,
Right.
and all of the boats used to come in there, is my understanding. If you all know better than me, but that's where it was. And as they expanded, you know, as my sister's saying, I'm sure that is what pushed people out, because, you know, the port is bringing in all these big ships.
And so what are these ships here for? Cargo. Okay. And they're still
Around the
operating
world,
the same
yes.
places.
You know, they're selling off the waterfront property, private individuals.
Absolutely.
So you're fighting, I would say, almost a losing battle. If the city still own all of the waterfront and allow restaurants right on the waterfront like that, like where Dempsey's old crab dock. I didn't interrupt you, but if the crab dock wasn't where the port is, the crab dock was further up, right by the oil company. And Dempsey was a classmate of mine. And so you see, the guy gave Dempsey the business, but then the city came and condemned his dock. And then he had other legal matters he had to go through. So that's why he just locked stock and went on. And he was fighting against somebody else, the Charlie that had the seafood place down there. They were battling, and Dempsey, he just threw his hands up and walked away from it.
I'm saying until, like y'all said, teach. Until we teach, we can't say what they don't want to do. We can't say they wouldn't do it, that they wouldn't go in the industry like you said. We the one brought the fishing all the way through, from out the creek to the factory, out the bodies of the crab, clean the fish, whatever it was, pick, you know, open the oyster, whatever it was, steam it, whatever it is. From there into the can. The cans go in the stove. The cans go to people's house. The people opening it up. We bring it to the plate. Who cook better than us? Come on now. Nobody. Even when you look in the back of these kitchens and these highfalutin restaurants, when that food tastes real good, just keep in the kitchen. Act like you lost on the way to the ladies' room and go run in the kitchen. Okay? They just gonna wonder why your apron ain't on. Because you normally find us still here in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, you still find us cooking seafood, cooking all the other stuff we shouldn't eat, all right, in the kitchen. But if we don't teach the children, like I said, even from cooking to crabbing to how you pick it to do anything, they'll starve to death and all this food is right here. All of
us. I love the way you think. But if we let the devil teach our children, and we're going to try to learn them who he is, them children, it's not going to work, because they're going to be the devil going to school, they're going to teach them that they is not of God, they're from animals. And if our church don't stand up and start thinking about somebody beside themselves and teach these children who they are, and if we can't get them to find who they are, they gonna go for anything.
Yes, we need to produce our own food in a very short time.
Absolutely.
And as you say, people are not equipped and are not prepared. So I think that the legacy in this community is very powerful. And we just need to find a way to communicate it and train our young people.